Hello everyone, it's me Natsu here, and we're back with another Dokkan video. So today we're going to actually be taking a look into a run I did of the Legendary Vegeta event. This time we went ahead to beat it with the Android/Cell Saga team. Now the Android/Cell Saga team has always been kind of a wonky team because of LR Cell. Now if you didn't know, LR Cell of course was the original leader for that team, where he did give, I believe, 170% at HP and defense at the 150% attack is what I believe that Cell gave. However, an issue with him is that he didn't really have any key links or anything like that at all. He didn't have shocking speed before he transformed. He's not like a Saiyan, so obviously he wouldn't get prepared for battle and stuff like that. Or anything like Saiyan lineage, which is unfortunate for the team. It kind of made the team a little hard to run, even though you did get 4 key on the leader skill. Cell just didn't really work that well unless he was paired with other cells. I mean, he didn't come in half first battle legendary power, but big bad bosses as well, but like the other links were kind of really hurt him really badly. Luckily recently we did get another leader for this team just in time for me to go ahead and do this run. We got the AGL Trunks Teen Dokkan Fest, the Transforming Trunks Dokkan Fest. He got shocking speed, Saiyan lineage. I wish I had prepared for battle, but I mean, his links are able to work very well with this team right here, and I brought together a pretty good team. It did take a very long time, so as you see, we're in 3 times speed right here. Just to kind of talk about the units I went ahead to bring on this team specifically, I did go ahead and bring a couple of free-to-play units actually that are at very good stacking. So I did bring the Tech Super Saiyan Gohan, the one that you got from the World Tournament. He's a permanent stacker who reduces damage by 30% when facing one enemy. He gets buffed when there's another Goku family category ally in the team, which of course we did bring AGL Gohan. Which AGL Gohan is still pretty good in these long difficult content, especially if you're able to get his defense stacked up. That man could be pretty solid even now. So in these long events, you know, definitely if you want to use him, this is where you would primarily use him. Along with that, we actually did go ahead and bring Physical Piccolo. So Physical Piccolo is actually, again, another good sleeper option, I feel like, for long events. Because not only is he still pretty good defensively, because, you know, he has, for example, like with Trunks, he does share Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle. That Cold Judgment link is going to be very good for him. He could heal you if he's under an HP threshold, and he could reveal the enemy's super attack. The only unfortunate thing is that since there's not really another Namekian on the Cell Saga team, we can't really get him to transform, but that's fine. Having him permanently stack until the end is pretty good for me, honestly. I'm not really too mad at that or anything. Him being able to permanently stack and reveal the enemy's super attack on his turn makes him very valuable to bring on the team. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and have him hop right into here, even though you can't transform. And again, the Trunks having shocking speed is important for units like this Piccolo. Another unit that I went ahead to bring is the free-to-play EZA Gohan/Goku, I believe, if we look at the team build right here. I'm pretty sure I brought that Goku and Gohan units. But basically what he does is he does support Goku family for 30% attacking defense and 2 key. You see he's right there. Although his stacking is definitely not up to like as potent as it used to be, as you see right there. Even right there, he took a little bit of damage from this in Vegeta, and we're already about 12 turns into here. It's okay, because he does support the Gohan, which is very important. He does still stack permanently, and he has a pretty good link set with not only the AGL Gohan, but with this Gohan that we had on rotation with them. And finally, we also did bring STR Super Vegeta. Now I feel like STR Super Vegeta is so powerful, and he's going to be so useful for you, excuse me, especially against the STR Blue Vegeta. That's going to be where you really need him. Preferably, maybe we'd want to get a Dokkan attack with him, but it doesn't look like, of course, in this run that would have been likely at all. But yeah, I mean, that STR Super Vegeta, him being able to guarantee crit, and look at all that healing we got right there, by the way. Look at all that HO healing. I mean, I'm telling you, these stackers are pretty absurd for these long events. If you give them all those orbs, because healing with same type orbs is based off of the amount of defense your defense stat is start of turn. So of course AGL Gohan that was stacking for like 15 turns, he's gonna have a bunch of defense. Right here I slowed down the recording a little because, you know, I kind of want to more so focus right here on these fights specifically, because let's be honest, the blue Vegeta right here, that he is very tough. Especially if you're if you're bringing STR units to kind of deal with him because he's so tough, you have to think in mind about the actual, what's the word, the last phase against the blue AGL blue Vegeta. So since you might not bring as many STR units, this guy is going to be very, very powerful and kind of going to be a wall for you. Which would be a little bit of an issue, that's for sure. And finally, I didn't really speak about like the Trunks in general, but this Trunks, I found like he's a very, very good leader unit. Not necessarily because of his links, although he has a pretty good link set with Insane Lineage, Shocking Speed, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race Cold Judgment. You know, those type of links are very, very good for the teams he's on. He also, again, gets everything he gets on Super Attack. He raises defense for one turn, multiple supers. He's just very, very powerful. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the units I brought here. There's not much else to explain. At this moment, I'm just kind of keep stacking, cruising along. I believe this ended up being a no item run or close to a no item run. I forgot exactly if I'm using an item or not. But in these runs, I don't really care if I'm using an item or not. I just want to beat it with the team. So right here, again, the only issue again with Trunks is on this rotation right here, since he doesn't have prepared for battle or anything like that, he is missing some super attacks. But again, the Trunks being able to do multiple super attacks, that's my 55% one right there. Very, very clutch. And again, with Piccolo, we could see where the super attack is, so we're looking pretty gaming. The only unfortunate thing in this rotation is that I wasn't able to get the orbs with STR Super Vegeta. But if you look right here, Gohan has stacked so much that he just basically takes nothing at all. Like, it's literally just, it doesn't mean anything at this point. Even AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta at this point, if he does massively lower his defense, probably wouldn't even do too much damage himself. Luckily, we did get the additional super attack with Vegeta right here. Allows us to get past this event much more quickly, and because he didn't kill him last turn, we're able to go ahead and get the additional stacks for these two on this rotation, which is pretty good, because again, as many stacks these guys can get as possible would be great. In the last phase, at this point in the last phase against this Blue Evolution Vegeta, you're gonna see in a few minutes, but they don't take damage anymore. Especially this Gohan, if he takes no damage from this Vegeta right here, he's definitely not really going to take any damage from the Blue Evolution Vegeta, which is, again, the toughest part of the fire here. As you see, we're only like around, like a little over halfway through the video, and well, this is on 2 times speed. This run in total was like a 30-minute run. Because again, this team definitely isn't what I would call offensively based. As you see right there, Gohan took under 100k from the Blue Evolution Vegeta super attack, and then after that he just took nothing. So very, very good. We're also set to get a Dokkan attack soon. I believe I get the Dokkan attack. It's been a few days since I actually did this run, but do I get the Dokkan attack next turn? I think I wanted to get it on this turn right here, but that's the only unfortunate thing. I decided to use his active skill right here, just so that I want to save the active skill here, because not only does he guarantee crit, but it will allow us to move past this final phase much quicker. I ended up having to put him in the first slot, unfortunately, and the second slot, I mean, because no way Super Vegeta would not have been able to take all those attacks at the end, especially if he got super attacked first. It would have been over for him. It would have not been looking good at all. So we need to make sure Super Vegeta takes as little damage as possible, or as little hits as possible. Unfortunately, he did end up dodging the active skill super attack, which does hurt us for sure. I mean, that was a lot of damage we could have done. And you see right there, if I put Vegeta in the last slot, that man took 80k from normal. I mean, to be fair, he did need to go ahead and obviously get a super attack, like get a hit first, but still. It was pretty nasty. If he got hit with the super, that would have been over. So I decided to transform a Trunks right here. The reason why for this thinking is because, one, we need the damage. We need the damage for sure. And this is the friend Trunks, which had a lot of dupes in him. If not, I don't remember if it was Rainbow that had a lot of dupes. But since we needed the damage and this Trunks being Rainbow, he could have tanked pretty well on his own. So what I was going to do is I was going to keep the other Trunks on rotation. But because I was keeping him on rotation, I wanted to have this Trunks right here, the friend one, be able to also link up with him as well, so that we can get the Cold Judgment type link activated. So unfortunately I couldn't really grab the tech orbs like I wanted, so I ended up missing a super attack with him, just so I can get super attacks with these two guys right here, because again, that was very, very important. I decided to end up keeping the tech orbs though, because I did have the other Gohan coming into the other rotation. Again, it was a little bit of a risk because Super Vegeta at the end is going to take a lot of damage, especially if he doesn't super attack. But I figured either way, it was worth it to take the risk just in case. And even if we did take a lot of damage, we would have had all those tech orbs to heal. And then we get Trunks and it multiple super right there, so he did take a lot of damage anyways, along with Super Vegeta. So it was definitely worth it. And along with that, we're going to be able to see what the enemy super attack is right here. So I was able to plan where I wanted the attacks accordingly. We were able to get 18 key with Gohan right here. So, I mean, we're looking pretty solid so far. This Goku and Gohan unit would definitely be able to tank right here. And them supporting the Angel Gohan allows us to do much more damage as well. At this point, it's pretty difficult for us to die. I feel like the only way we would really die is if either the Trunkses or the Super Vegeta took a super attack, which is what made this next turn right here very, very scary. Though this Trunks had all of his links active, he does get a lot of defense post super attack. I felt safe enough to not use an item here, but I mean, it was very risky, that's for sure. I feel like if Trunks got supered first in those first attacks, we would have been over. But luckily, again, Vegeta keeps supering. This Gohan at this point, no damage whatsoever, double digits. I mean, what can I say? I mean, at this point, us doing the... I feel like we're doing enough damage that I feel pretty good. Especially my Trunks gets, I have like a 5 silver crit on him. Which, you know, if we get off, that can be very powerful for him. And you see right there, he took double digits. Because we did have Cold Judgment active. Now, I made a risk right here. I couldn't put Vegeta in the last few slots. So I just had to put him in the first slot. That way now could we only get his full passive active. But we can minimize where he could get super attacked. Because last time Vegeta super attacked in the first slot, I feel like it was less likely for him to super in the first slot right there. And it did end up being true. So because of that, if I put Vegeta in the last slot right there, I feel like we would have died, that's for sure, without his full passive. But again, here, we're pretty much good. We know where the super attack is right here. And Trunks should be able to do enough damage to kill him on his own as well. So that's basically the end of this run here, gamers. I mean, it was a pretty easy run. Had a little few scares here and there, but honestly, not too much difficult at all. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is the new, basically, Android Saga team that you could use for long events. I feel like it does work very, very effectively. And with this Trunks being the leader, it definitely kind of rejuvenates this team at least a little bit with the amount of, like, buffs and easy A's. I could even use, like, you know, the free-to-play androids, I believe. The future ones, they're on the category. But, yeah, thank you all for watching till the end. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.